So today is the start of Spring Fling O'Ween. I am so excited. This is the seasonal Halloween thriller mystery horror readathon hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, and I love these. I live for these. They are so exciting. They get me to read a lot of new and creative things, and I figured what better way to start the readathon than outdoors in the nice Alabama spring weather. So here we are. We're outdoors. You see. I go outside sometimes. Anyway, I have started 2 different books for this readathon already. One of them is Bad Sunshine by Dorinda Jones. This is about a woman who moves back to her hometown when her parents rig an election to make her sheriff, and she brings her daughter with her. A child goes missing. She has to solve it. It's a cozy mystery. I'm liking it okay so far, but I'm not absolutely loving it. I love the sass and the banter, but I'm a little bit worried about the plot, or the plot's pacing rather. And then the other book that I've started that I'm buddy reading with Rye from Rye's Reading Corner is 9 Lives by Peter Swanson. This is one that I've had on my radar for a while, heard some mixed things. I didn't love Every Value Break quite as much as I was hoping I would, so fingers crossed that I enjoy this one. I'm only like 15 pages in, and this is kind of Agatha Christie and Then There Were None-esque, where 9 strangers all receive a note with 9 names on it, and one by one they all start to get murdered. So interesting premise. Hope it pans out, but I will check back in with you guys later once I've read a little bit more of these 2 books. I'm hoping to do a lot this week, but we'll see how many I get to. Alrighty, so I forgot to go get the book, but I finished A Bad Day for Sunshine by Dorinda Jones. This one was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't a bad book either. I enjoyed my time with it, and I liked the writing pretty well, and the ending made me want to continue, so I may continue I think it's a trilogy. This is a very cozy mystery-esque story. You really have to suspend belief for this one, and at times I found that I just really wasn't able to do that. I had a really hard time believing some of the things that Sunshine did or allowed to happen, but at the same time it's a cozy mystery, so some of that stuff I feel like is just part of the genre and things that you would expect. I didn't love, there were times when like the audiobook would, I think, you know, when there's like a space and the perspective changes in the middle of a chapter, I think that's what was happening, but the narrator didn't give enough pause in between, and I would be listening and think, wait, what just happened? Because we would jump from one event to another, but you wouldn't necessarily hear the name again. I would just be really confused as to who was talking, because it was sometimes in her daughter's perspective and sometimes in hers. So that part, didn't love. Logic, not great on Call Pile. So I think it's going to end up getting a 3-star. We'll see if I continue. As of right now, I do plan to. I enjoyed it well enough. And then I'm also reading 9 Lives by Peter Swanson. I'm about 100 pages in. I'm bored as ever-loving crap. Nothing has happened. These characters are just kind of living their lives. Somebody gets murdered. Living their lives. Somebody gets murdered. It's just, I'm bored. So I'm hoping something happens soon. And when something does happen, I'll come back and let you know. How's that sound? Okay, so it is now Friday afternoon, and I have officially decided to DNF 9 Lives by Peter Swanson. This is boring. It's boring. And Rye and I were buddy reading it, and Rye finished and said that it was not worth it. She did not enjoy it, gave it 2 stars, didn't think the twist was worth continuing. So I think for now, I'm just going to put it down. I may try to finish it tomorrow, because I did manage to get the audiobook, and the audiobook is super short. So we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow, but for now, it's a soft DNF. So I think I am going to pick up Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough. This is the book that won the Instagram poll. So I have enjoyed, I liked Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pembroke, but I did not love any of her later books. So I'm hoping that this one will be the one that really does it for me again. If not, I may not be reading any more Sarah Pembroke like Peter Swanson. But anyway, this is about a woman who, as she gets closer and closer to her 40th birthday, she starts sleeping less and less. I think weird things happen. She feels like she's going crazy. Gabby from Gabby Reads, I think, really enjoyed this one, so it inspired me to pick it up as well. Fingers crossed that this is the next Sarah Pembroke for me, and it's better than 9 Lives, because I can't handle another one of those. So I'm gonna hang out outside and read a little bit of this book, and hopefully I will be able to check back in with some good news pretty soon. Okay, update time. So on the back patio, I now have 2 ferns, a rug, and a little fake plant. So I think it is actually coming together really, really well. I love sprinting out here. It's just so very nice. So I am excited. So I'm just apparently going to do all of my updates out here for Spring Fling O'Ween because I'm loving it. It's so nice out here. But I finished Insomnia, and I think I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I loved the atmosphere. The atmosphere was amazing. It was super creepy. It took it a little bit of time to get moving, but once it did, it was great. So I liked that. I loved kind of the middle toward the end of the book. Very creepy. You could see her kind of deterioration into madness. But in surefire thriller fashion, I did not like the ending at all. The twist I felt was really dumb. I hate it when books have a paranormal, is it paranormal, is it not, is it, what is it kind of aspect to it, and then do nothing with it. And it's kind of like a semi-cop-out to be convenient for the story, but really have nothing to do with the story in the end. So that really bothered me, that this book kind of did that, kind of not, but kind of did. I wasn't a huge fan of the twist. So unfortunately, that's going to knock it down to about a 3.5 star, but I did enjoy the writing style in the majority of the book. So I would recommend it to those that are wanting to give Sarah Pembroke another chance, because I liked it well enough. Let's see. So I really haven't read anything else since finishing that. I thought about finishing out 9 Lives, read a little bit more of it, and I think I'm just gonna cut that one off. So probably next up is maybe Camp Slaughter. I'm feeling a little bit of a summer slasher thriller fit kind of thing. So probably gonna do that next. I've got it out here on my handy dandy iPad, not iPad, Kindle, you know what I mean. And I've got sprints on for the last day of Realmathon, so I am set up and ready to go. I can't believe that all of my readathons are ending. It makes me so sad, but I'm going to try to finish strong. It's only 4 o'clock here, so got plenty of time left to go, and I will catch up with you guys hopefully once I have read a little bit more of Camp Slaughter. Hello everybody. So I started Camp Slaughter. This was Cassidy's decision, yet I don't think Cassidy's actually reading it, so there you go. This is a slasher book. It's very, very short. So far, I'm mildly interested. It's changing perspectives a lot, which is annoying on one hand, but also keeping me more intrigued on the other. I'm not sure how the paranormal investigators are going to play into this. I see what's going to happen with the teenagers. That's just very easily identified. The slasher guy is interesting because he is Mexican with a lot of Mexican culture, so that is interesting, but right now I'm bored. So I'm going to keep listening to it. I did manage to get the audiobook and crocheting. I am doing a blanket for my grandmother for Mother's Day. So if I get any more of it done before the end of this vlog, I will show it to you guys. But right now, Camp Slaughter is mostly boring and not anything like new. It's just very run-of-the-mill, not even overly thrilling, so I'm not sure how I feel about it right now, but I'm just about to hit the halfway point. So I know in a lot of books, halfway is where you really start to gear up, so I'm going to give it at least until halfway before I make any super critical decisions. Anyway, I'm going to go back to reading. I just figured I would give you guys a quick update. Okay, so sadly the ending of Spring Fling O'Ween has not been the best. I think I left off telling you that I was going to start Camp Slaughter, which I did and got about halfway through, but I just really wasn't feeling it. I was kind of bored, honestly. For a slasher book, there was not a whole lot of slashing going on. So I ended up deciding to put that one down and picked up Comfort Me with Apples, and I didn't love this one either. I mean, it's only an hour long, so that made it a little difficult to get a full story, and I understand what it was trying to do. I just don't see the point. I did not find it all that creepy. I didn't find it all that eerie, and it wasn't the book for me. So I ended up giving that one a low 3 stars. It wasn't a bad book, but I didn't get the atmosphere or, didn't really understand what the entire point of the book was or why it was written. I get the point of the book. I just don't get why it was written. So anyway, that ends up being a 3.5 star for A Bad Day for Sunshine, and then a DNF for 9 Lives, a DNF for Camp Slaughter, 3 stars for Comfort Me with Apples, and then the favorite of the vlog was Insomnia, and I ended up giving this one a 3.5 to 4 star. Again, I didn't love the ending, but the rest of the book I did really enjoy. So overall, pretty successful. I tried a lot of different books that I probably wouldn't have normally picked up, so that's great. And I knocked off a couple of anticipated thrillers, so at least I have tried them now. So I'm considering this a win. But yeah, I love these readathons. I can't wait for the next one. Hopefully there will be a Summerween once again. So yeah, let me know down below what you ended up reading for Spring Fling O'Ween, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!